everybody. Welcome to Dr. Dante Presents, and this is Act 3 of our phenomenal conversation about being Black and gay. And seasoned. I'll add that. So this
like that.
Yeah, and seasoned. So this is the third edition of my conversation with 3+1 amazing Black gay men over 50, and we're really talking about just our experiences growing up, intergenerational conversations. But on this episode, we want to really talk about some words of wisdom and some encouragement and just some sage advice that we will give to not only our younger selves, but the younger ones who are out there right now trying to just navigate this crazy world. So gents.
Why you look at me and say sage advice?
Because we're all sages.
Bitch, I had to figure it out.
Right? We all have to figure it out. But we're going to do better and provide better for them.
Right. I say get you an uncle that ain't fucking you.
Oh.
That can treat you right.
I mean, Jesus. That's today's episode. Thank you so much. But that is it. And we do see that a lot. Unfortunately, we see that a lot.
It's grooming. It's called grooming. Yeah. You see a lot of these older men that call themselves wanting to be somewhat of a role model, and then it turns into something else. And that's where the trust come in with these young kids too, with older men like myself that would try to help. I have a lot of younger people because I look young and I feel young and I am young that clings to me, I would say. And that's just something I would never do. Yeah. And you have guys out there that does that. You know?
They do it.
Yeah.
So when you
that's why I say that.
No, I get it. And for me, working in the field and being a mentor to a lot of young gay Black and brown men, I have seen it firsthand.
Absolutely.
I have seen the I don't want to say the predators, but I have seen the uncle daddies bringing the kids in for HIV testing, knowing they're the person that has slept with this person and put them at risk. Yeah. You know, and I think there's a level of responsibility that we have as older Black gay men to ensure that these younger Black gay men don't turn into that person, that dog, you know, that F everybody because nobody looked out for me and whatever. They need to know that somebody out there cares for them, loves them authentically, and doesn't want anything from them. Because my thing is this, you're 20 years old, you ain't got the FICO score that I need, you know, to start anything.
But see, in our day, it was the neighbor or the thug on the street that was doing it to the gay boy on the street.
Or the pastor.
Or what have you. So it's still happening. It's just done with different faces.
It is definitely still happening. So what do you think the 3+1 needs to change in the I'll just say the Black gay community to ensure that the next generation does not go through that? How can we hold our peers accountable?
I had this conversation with a bunch of our friends, and again, it is us holding a standard. And as much as people don't want to be boxed or classified, there is a certain level of my friends that I want to be around. They say, again, you are who you hang around with. Your friends that are upwardly mobile, who speak good into your life, who speak next level blessings into your life. Be okay with being around those type of people or aspiring to be like those type of people within your community. Again, I hold us accountable because, like I say, back in the day, you couldn't just walk up in somebody's party and it'd be okay and they'd not know who you are or I've had doors closed in my face. I think what is wrong is this generation don't have enough doors closed in their face to make them have to up the ante for themselves. So for us, I think it is up on us to hold accountable, hold the line, toe the line, be okay with being up there and not just allowing, because he cute, let him on in. That's all right, so you can get some. That becomes the problem. Right. So for me, if I wanted to be a part of an organization, if I wanted to be a part of any type of club, it was like joining a fraternity or sorority. You went through the hazing process. You did the things that took you to that level to be in that space. Well, you know, you might.
So we positively prepared them for access.
He said he was the
He's from a small town. So we positively prepared them for access to the Black gay community.
And in a positive light. And again, we allow ourselves to be muddied. We allow ourselves to be water. We allow ourselves to be this, it's okay for a little bit of everything to be up in there. No, it's not okay. There's a standard within the Black gay community that we should uphold ourselves so that when these problems come along, Dante, I can call it, okay, Dante is doctor and I know how to get you in touch with. Oh, you need that, Curtis, have these resources and be that strong resource within the community so that people can go and reach out and say, okay, let me hook you up with so-and-so and so-and-so.
Yeah.
And these young people have to learn to be okay with being told a no. Being okay with told, like, again, on my job, don't come in here with your hair braided. And I had a lawyer tell me, a judge tell me one time, I'm a Black lawyer, but if you come in my courtroom smelling like weed and your pants hanging down around you, don't expect anything from me but to send you right on to jail.
Right.
Because that is how you presented yourself. Right. So again, we can't be mad at upholding the law within our own community, just like it's upheld outside. So
I think the young generation really need to move with a sense of openness and willingness to learn. Just from my personal experience, there's a lot of young people that I've encountered that feel like they know everything, because they have access to social media and you can Google and everything's at their fingertips, that they don't want to take advice. They don't want to hear your story. They don't want to hear your struggle. They feel like you have nothing to teach them. But on the flip side of that, they want you to pay for X, Y, and Z.
But do you think that comes from their upbringing and parents? Because nowadays the parents are their best friends.
Yeah.
It could be a lot of variables. It could be a lot of variables.
Your mother.
It could be a lot of variables. But I think in order for the younger generation to survive their own personal struggle, because their struggle is different than ours, they have to lean into those who have walked that walk before them, because they're going to encounter things that we know nothing about that they can possibly teach us, but they have to be open to it. People don't want to learn. They don't want to learn.
I get that. I mean, I feel that. I do think that there is, but I don't want them to misconstrue our message as calling them stupid.
No.
Right. And we're not.
They're not stupid.
They're not stupid.
They're not stupid.
The young ones now,
they're very smart.
Now young people are 10 times smarter than we were. I envy.
Yes.
I envy their ability to maneuver now in a very different way, where we were afraid to maneuver, but we did it. Now they are very in your face. I ain't mad at that part of it. But again, there's a learning curve where, boo, you don't know it all.
Right.
Stay humble.
That part.
Yeah,
that's the piece.
In survival mode.
Yeah, they're definitely in survival mode.
Because a lot of these kids in survival mode, because a lot of these parents don't put them out because they don't agree with their sexuality. So some of these kids just do what they got to do to survive.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And us as older men, gay men, we got to recognize it. We got some kind of way to kind of figure it out. What is.
But there's a few. I can say that there's a few young kids. If I'm out and I feel like it's going left, I can put my hand on and pull them back.
Yeah.
So you still have those few that you can touch and they're gonna listen to.
Because they're open.
But
They're open.
also,
But you build relationship with them too.
Curtis you have a respect level as well. Like we were talking about the ones that turn into daddy that wants something from them. You don't want nothing from them but to see the best for them.
I became up.
That's why I say we got to open our eyes and know when these kids are in survival mode. Like you got to get going.
It's funny though, when I go out now, I'm looking at the exit signs. I'm looking at
because something might jump
I'm looking
off
at the surroundings, because you don't know nowadays when shit gonna jump off with these young
because they triggered. They're easily triggered.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because they triggered because some of them have been traumatized.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But hold on. At the same time, I ain't finna give them too much of that because we got trauma too.
Exactly.
We got trauma too.
We can't. We gotta keep our guard.
Yeah.
We gotta pull the blinders off too.
Yeah, we do.
But our guards
I
are
do.
down,
But I think
we amongst our gay.
Yeah, but I think they don't think we've been through anything.
Right.
And it's like I've been through what you went through 3 times.
But we can't
that part.
We can't be be a fool too.
Yeah.
We know we got to keep our guard up.
Well, we do got to keep our guard up, but I think a lot of these young people think that we don't know what it's like. That
Right.
we don't, but we do.
I didn't think 58 being stupid.
That part, and a lot of the circumstances you're going
I didn't
through,
think
we went through it.
being stupid.
Yeah, we went through it through conversations, through mess ups, through scraping our
Right,
knees,
learn
through
the hard way.
right. We went through back alley experiences, huh, Dustin?
No,
We
no.
went through a lot of stuff.
Don't do that.
I ain't right. Being stupid. I ain't been nobody's. Yeah. I ain't had no uncle.
So here's my question. So how has your definition of love or happiness changed with age?
How's my definition of love?
Or happiness changed with age? How do you look at love now versus when you were in your 20s?
Whoa.
Now it's all about self-love. The older I've gotten, I know that I
You
can
have to.
provide
You
that.
have to love yourself.
I can provide all that I need. And if someone wants to come in and meet me, I don't need them to complete me, just meet me, and then we can love and be happy together. Yeah.
Dustin?
I think for me, and I just had a recent experience where, because of who I am and what I bring, it made a person have to come up to a certain level. I am whole loving. I am those things that we consider ourselves, but I also had to learn to be more accepting of who a person is and meet them where they are and learn, does that work for me? I think a lot before, when I was younger, I had the list. And if you didn't hit everything on that list, now I've learned that list is a little bit shorter, and there may be a couple of points on that list. Yeah, where I'm accepting of it. But because I know now how to love whole within myself and accepting of another person, that has changed it for me. So I think for me now that I'm older, I'm a lot more accepting of what I wasn't accepting of before.
What legacy do you guys want to leave behind?
Love. Oh, well, that's a good one.
I want people to look at me and realize or see that I lived every day.
Right, I was gonna say that too. Say the bitch
Like it was my last. Like
Uh-huh.
I am here to enjoy it. There's no time to be wasted because tomorrow isn't promised.
Right.
So when you see me, I'm putting on my best digs. I'm going to Ralph's with a
Authentic
Fendi
self.
bag,
Absolutely.
with some joggings and I'm looking scruffy, but I'm gonna wear the good things. I'm gonna eat on the fine china. I'm gonna wear that $300 bottle of fragrance on any given day. I'm not waiting for special.
I love
occasions.
that.
But that comes,
love that.
Can you say that comes with age
Oh,
and
sure.
growth?
Oh,
Because now at my age now, I don't care how much something costs. If I want it, I'm gonna get it. Like it's just like you say, it's just go time.
Yeah.
But it's not about a label either. It's
And
just
it's
about
not
quality.
about it's
It's
just about
quality.
quality and what I want.
Exactly.
And it's something how you said that, because even me now at 53, I'm finally getting to that 100% self-care era.
Mhm.
Like I have so many fine things that I purchased and whatever that I've never used,
Just sitting up
waiting
there.
for the right time.
There is no right time.
You know,
Ain't no
I
right time.
have like $80 bottles of body wash. I'm like, well, I can't use this yet because who's gonna smell it?
Right.
Not realizing that I'm gonna smell it.
that part.
You know,
That's like somebody I know buying new clothes and say, I'm not gonna wear this till we got to town.
you
When
go out
we
to
going
town.
out of town?
Where we going? I told you, you got no
Where we going?
passport.
Yeah.
You got
Y'all
you
ain't
go
can't
nowhere.
finish. You know what? That's
That's
Yeah.
you.
That
But
ain't
listen,
it.
but one thing I always tell Curtis
God might
is,
not even
it's
wake
like,
you up.
people always ask me, why you do this, why you buy this, and I always tell my daughter, I say I work 2 jobs
Mm-hmm.
to be able to get what I want.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what it costs, and I don't work to save money for you when I'm gone.
Mm.
That's just
Yeah.
the way it is.
Yeah.
If it's there, you and Curtis got it. If it's not there, you can say your dad enjoyed his life,
Enjoy this life.
and that's how that's truly how I feel. You know, I mean, because why I'm gonna get to work all day or whatever and go to just to say to give you. I want to be happy. I
Right.
work so I can be happy.
Right.
And when it goes to think about love, Curtis has really taught me a lot about love.
Where's the tissue?
Don't do it. Please don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm not here for this.
But I'm saying, but when me and Curtis met, I never done that. Hey, you know I mean, like kiss on me.
Such a good.
He loves me unconditionally.
It was a rough road. I
It
would
was
say.
a rough.
Right, bring us back.
But I will say this: when you have to know when you have that person that's going to be a team player. It goes beyond the sex. It goes beyond what he can give me or do for me. It goes beyond the labels. It goes beyond all that. And I tell all my friends, young and old, that this relationship was, it was a journey for me and for him, because we come from two different sides of the world. He was out in the street, and I was trying to figure out my life in law enforcement. Right. And we met. I couldn't date a felon, but I was dating him and working for the law enforcement. So I had to keep quiet. And here we are.
20 what years later?
4.
Yeah.
24 years later.
But it's crazy because this was the first person I ever had conversation with and dealing with what I was dealing with at the time when I met him in my life and how I was going. It was just the timing was just right, I would say. Because when I went to that party, I was single. And I was not going in to meet nobody. I was going to have a good time. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So meeting him was a good time for me, which led until 27 years later.
Yeah. You found your man.
So you have to know your person. You have to just, it was just that feeling.
Okay. You back?
I'm just gonna
because I think that's the stories that these kids don't hear.
Right.
Because they throw stuff away so fast.
Yeah.
They'll meet on an app
They
or
want
meet
it
whatever. And their first argument is F you, and they're gone.
I had a friend tell me they had met someone, it had not even been 2 months, and they was in love and getting married. Mm-hmm. And I said, but you don't even know his last name.
Mm-hmm. That's the experience I literally just had. I literally,
so it's just, you know, they go out, they meet these people, you're having sex, you're getting all through that, you all giddy and all that, but then after a week or two, then what? When it gets rough.
Like Regina Bell said, after the love has lost its shine. What you gonna do then?
Right.
That's what the old girls always do. They will pull out the antique vocalists, Regina Bell, Nat King Cole, Mickey Howard, Gwen Guthrie, Phyllis Hyman.
Right.
We put out all the icons, and we'll know the lyrics to all the songs.
Killed themselves.
Yeah, right. Half of them were depressed and sad, doped up, whatever. But then the new kids, all they hear about is, No Shake the Summer Walker, Lover. Right. All these new artists are singing about fucking money, doing this, doing that. And it's looking like, but there's something y'all are missing. Y'all are missing intimacy.
Yes.
You're missing the intimacy that should be in a relationship.
Exactly.
Yes, the man may have the good deed or whatever, but after that, then what? So how do I asked that question and you guys did it about love. Yeah. And I think that's the part that's missing in our community. We don't have conversations about love, how love looks, how love should feel, how love should be expressed. Just because you have a good night in the bed, that does not equate to love.
Absolutely.
Are you still in love after he ain't got nothing and he come home and say, yo, I ain't got nothing?
And I'm not mad at it. I'm real quick to go ahead and let's go and get that sex out the way. Let's go and do this. So when you get that, when you climax, then what?
Then what?
It's the then what for me.
Now, where we go now?
Yeah. And I had someone want to get very close and was like, we should be exclusive. I said, I don't even know where you live at yet.
See?
And got mad at me because that was my response to them saying, we should be exclusive. I only want to see you. Okay, that's fine. And I want to get to know you too, but I don't even know where you live at. So let's not jump the gun before we even get to that space.
And what happened?
I was called old and you'll always be lonely. And it literally flipped because I didn't respond with, yes, and I love you right now. I've only known you 2 months.
I want to say something about that love thing too, is that when you're looking for love, love may not show up in the package that you think it will be.
Absolutely.
And you need to be open enough to realize it when it's in front of you. Yeah, everybody wants the body, they want the face.
Everybody has a list.
They want the money, they want all of that, but be mindful of who
I went from
actually
20 to
supports
5.
you, who speaks life,
Yes.
love, and liberty into you, and really wants to champion you on your mission in life, whatever that is. That is what is going to be the love that you need.
'Cause I had $10 in my pocket.
Yeah.
Don't talk no more.
Don't
Don't talk no more. Don't talk no more.
When I
Don't
picked
talk
him
about
up.
I didn't
Don't
like
talk
him.
no more.
And
Don't
he
talk
picked me
no
up
more.
at the step.
I didn't
Don't
like
talk
him.
no more. Don't talk no more. Don't talk no more. So listen,
Your cousin.
my cousin. Don't talk no more. So listen, I think that this has been a phenomenal 3-part series of discussion. If y'all are open, we can do 3 more.
Hey.
It's a lot. It's a lot to unpack. We ain't even talked about the cruising scenes
Oh.
and all of that, huh,
What's
Dustin?
What's that?
No,
What's that?
We
Yeah,
got,
yeah,
I almost
Dustin.
said something.
So yeah,
Don't
so
leave it alone.
we ain't unpacked that yet. But okay, fine. Cruising.
We're going to slip it in there.
Yeah, we're gonna slip it in there. Speaking of cruising, let's slip it on in.
Slip it on in there.
When you look at our challenges with finding someone, are the things that we did we were not proud of.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the back alley situations, the backseat car situations,
Right.
the alley behind the annex, you know, situations, stuff like that. In comparison to like the current hookup scene, it leads me to question which one was safer.
Neither one.
Neither one was safer. But there's some judgment about how this current generation meets and hooks up when we did the same exact thing,
Just through a different
just through a
vehicle.
different vehicle.
Differently.
we was on the chat line.
The parks.
You know, we was on
Lamar Park.
Lamert Park. You know, we was on Adam for Adam.
Sitting on.
You know, Centinela Park.
BGC.
You BGC. You know,
You know the funny part?
I don't know
didn't
what
do none of that.
I don't know what y'all names were, but you know,
I didn't do
none of that. You
You
know
was
those
in
things.
timeout, though.
Oh yeah, you was
Oh, yeah.
you was
missed
different.
out.
They didn't have the internet.
Sorry for your luck.
Yeah. So when we think about that, and I think that's also a place where we can kind of level the playing field to let the other generation know, like, no, we got grimy too. We got
a
a
part of
past.
life.
Yeah, we got a past.
Yeah.
We've all done things. So please don't misconstrue our age with ignorance.
Yeah.
You know, now what we're telling you is because we've been through those situations, we're letting you know
Let me help you.
you can't, except for Dustin, you can't trust, you know, these apps. You can't trust these profiles. You can't trust
No.
all that.
No.
Because you get to the door and it's
No.
not the person.
Mhm.
Are you getting to bed and it's not their wife come
Mhm.
home?
Mhm.
You know, are they man come
Oh,
home?
it's a serial killer.
The serial killer.
Mhm.
You know, so I think that's what we give the room for, where we're just trying to let the younger generation know, yo, use us.
Yeah.
We're here. We want to
Resource.
be a resource for
Yes.
you. We're not judging you. We're not hating on you. We don't understand everything.
Right.
But that what we do know, we're freely going to give it to you. So you can have a better life path than some of us. Everybody won't have a 24-year experience. That's not going to be their story. That's not.
And I'll say this. It's funny. It's funny because all my friends that are close to me, this one here, when I met Vincent, I wasn't meeting Vincent. I didn't think I would be with him today,
Long term.
long term. I wasn't even in that mind space. I was in the young mind space like the young ones are today.
Right.
You know what I mean? Oh,
Right.
I didn't met this guy, knew, nobody knew him, but he didn't know I met him 2 years prior to meeting him again.
Oh.
I met him when he was with somebody. And a friend of mine said, don't mess with him because the guy he was with was crazy. So they didn't want me to get into it with him. So when I saw him again by himself, that's when I went in for the kill.
I thought he was with somebody too.
I ain't gonna even say who he thought you.
They were dressed
I ain't gonna even
party.
say, no. We didn't go to the party together. The bitch was dressed like me at the party.
Standing next to each other.
Whatever.
This
That's
shifted.
it.
The tears are dried up now.
Clearly.
Right.
Clearly.
This is
It ain't about us,
different.
though.
This right.
Right.
Right. This is different.
I'm just saying to the young ones how they move so quick.
Don't settle.
Don't settle.
I get
Don't
it.
settle.
I get it. But then I'm like, that ain't the right move. because that's the headspace I was in when I went to that party and met him.
But they need to know that.
Move with purpose.
I think they need to. I think that's the
But we
purpose of
can't
this
beat
whole
it over their
conversation. We
head
can't,
either.
but they also need to know that we are a resource.
The ones that's going to
You know.
listen is going to receive it. The
Right.
ones that's going to be out there like some of us were,
Some of us were.
it's going to have to learn it the hard
And the
way.
thing about it, the ones that do happen to learn it the hard way, we're still here for you.
Absolutely.
If you learned your way, we're still here.
Because we all
You
came
know.
and tucked our tail at one point.
Listen, bowed head and all.
All that.
The walk of shame.
Right,
Seriously.
kiss the ring. Hi,
Going
I'm.
home, and
Yeah, kiss the
going
ring.
home in the room like, why the-
Right,
why
I do that.
Absolutely.
Why'd I do that?
Absolutely.
I can't believe it.
So I don't really get into it with them. The ones that I know that I can put my hands on and kind of talk some sense into, I deal with them.
I love it.
And hopefully, that kind of gets to the others. But
30 seconds. Give me your closing comments. 30.
I have one thing I wanted to say because we do have little few.
I gotta be somewhere, so
No.
come on.
Oh, okay. Well, just really quickly, from in my generation, my question for you guys is: do you feel as though that because of what you went through, that you deserve the respect for paving the way for the younger generation?
I don't feel that way.
No.
I don't feel that way at all. And I feel like that people that thinks that way that's the problem.
Yeah, I don't feel that way.
That's the problem right
Yeah.
there.
No, I don't feel like I deserve
Because some
anything.
people
Do
feel that way. Yeah.
So then that follows up with because of the younger generation that is so rebellious and is so out there, why is it that the older generation just bashed them so much?
Well, there's a lot of older persons who have their own trauma that they have not
that are
resolved.
still bitter to this
They
day.
haven't resolved their
Yeah.
own trauma. They
Because
haven't done the
some of
work.
Right.
They haven't done the work.
I have a great, don't get me wrong, I have some good times with the young generation.
Yeah,
I just
Yeah.
don't deal with the ones that are out there. I would
Yeah.
say.
and I don't deal with a lot of the older ones that are still bitter.
Right, absolutely.
I don't have the bandwidth. I'm like, if you're gonna constantly be judging these kids when you were a hoe, and I know you were a hoe,
And mad because
yeah,
they're
and you're
getting it now.
yeah. I'm not. I
don't
can't.
get that part.
I
Don't
can't
get
deal with
mad
that.
because they're getting it now.
Yeah.
Because this is their time.
Let these
I
kids
get it.
let them live.
But
Right.
be
Be open to
be open
Yeah.
minded to what we're telling you if we seeing something that you're not seeing.
Yeah,
That's
because
all
now
I'm
all of
saying.
a sudden you're the old lady saying, "Get off my lawn."
Right.
When did you become that person?
Right.
When you become
You're-
the
you're a
Catwoman?
resource.
It's like, yeah,
Right.
but these
But-
kids are gonna make mistakes.
But for those younger generations that are going to watch this, 'cause there
Mhm.
are younger generations that
Of
watch
course.
this, what piece of advice would you give them, for those who don't listen, who don't want to hear what y'all got to say? What's one thing that y'all would want to communicate with?
To the generation that's out there now that may not be listening to us,
Yes.
I would say to them, make your mistakes. I'm gonna be here.
Yeah.
Make your mistakes. Fall on your face. Bust your head wide open. But when you get up, know that I'm gonna be here to wipe the blood. I'm not gonna just laugh at you. I'm not gonna say that's what you get because you didn't know and you tried it your way because you grown.
Right.
But I'm gonna be here. I am here.
It's like I always tell Curtis. I got two nephews. They not. I always tell him. I tell my sister. Sometimes you gotta let people hit the head.
Let them hit their head.
Sometimes
Fall.
and just be there. You gotta. Sometimes I don't eat. Just people in life.
Because that's what they don't hear.
Sometimes
they
Yeah.
don't hear this.
No.
You gotta let people hit their head sometimes.
But
But know that you.
And
I must speak from a different perspective of not necessarily hitting your head, because I've learned to take pieces of what works for me in someone else and incorporate that in my life. One person is not going to be all
Everything.
safe.
Right.
Mhm.
Right. Right.
And
Right.
nobody's going to, a lot of times when you bump your head, there's not going to be anybody there to pick you up and say, okay, boo boo, So a lot of times you have to, I had to tell myself in this lifestyle, tread lightly, pick what works for you. Choose some things that are going to build you, that are going to help make you who you want to be eventually, and not look for it to be all in one place. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, because that's just not how this life is going to make it be for you. Again, find your tribe, depend on your tribe, but also, again, not look for it to be in one specific place and not be afraid to reach out for those resources.
And you know, and I'll piggyback on that. What you said is, I don't care if you're older or younger than me, if I can pick something out and learn something from you,
Yeah.
I'm going to keep that here and twist it my way if that's what I have to do.
Yeah.
Or do it your way. But I've always been that person to learn. Like my friends that are around me, sometimes I just sit back and look. I don't care how old you are. But if it's something there that intrigues me, or I can learn something, or I can do that way or my way and twist it, then that's how I maneuver through the gay life.
I think we all
Seriously.
we all have to be a sponge.
Yeah, and it could be young, old, or what have you. But I think these kids now they have to open their mind up to that.
And it's
They
not
have to
just
be,
the gay
you know,
life.
and
Curtis
receive
being my
it.
best friend, something he did and imparted in my heart that what
He always say that.
I always say this. We were literally, it was one time my lights was about to be cut off, and he was like, "Listen, do you got some candles?" I said, "Yeah." Light them candles and pay that bill later, and let's keep it pushing.
Because it was.
I was ready to
There's
go
nothing
and
you can
shut
do.
down. Life was
do.
over for me.
There's nothing you can do.
Nothing you can do
But
about
it was that conversation of push through it and move on to the next level.
And I learned that as an HIV tester. I tested half of LA, and a lot of the ones that tested positive, I did it. So when they see me in the club, they don't speak because they think I'm like, hey, listen, I know I saw you at your worst. But when they get tested, they test positive, and after they get through hollering on the floor, okay, well, get up. Because we can't get rid of it.
Yeah,
So what we gonna do now? What we gonna do now? Let's keep going.
I'll take you one further. I was diagnosed with cancer. And when they said the words to me, I just kind of looked at it and said, okay, so what do we do next?
What do we do next?
I'm now a 5-year survivor of cancer in remission.
And I love that because we was brought up in that generation to where we had to fight through shit.
We had survival mode. We had to survive.
We didn't have no choice.
We had to survive.
You either was gonna survive or you was gonna die.
Yeah.
It
And
wasn't
not
no
that these
in between.
and not that these kids are cushy. Because I don't want, again, I'm not bashing them, but they have a different life journey.
Yes.
And I'll add to that, young people move with the mindset that you can do whatever you want to do, you can be whatever you want to be, but do not go through life thinking that it will never happen to me. I won't go through this. I will never encounter that, because in a blink of an eye, your whole life can change
Absolutely.
for the good, for
Or
the
the
bad.
bad.
So stay hungry to learn, use your resources, and continue to thrive.
That's it.
Yeah.
So listen, that wraps up Act 3. We did it. I hope and pray that this changed you in some kind of way, hopefully for the better, that you have a better understanding of the diversity and the beauty of the Black gay community, that you are now going to look at older Black gay men and be like, wow, okay. I can be that. How old is he? So do me a favor, make sure to share this with everyone you know. Encourage them to watch this, especially our younger generations. If you are the parent of a child that is identifying themselves as LGBTQIA, as a parent, do your best to try to get some understanding. Reach out to a resource that can help you understand, but for God's sake, please do not disown or abandon your child. Because like Dustin said, if we could take this jacket off and burn it, we would, but we can't. So your child cannot change. Your child is who your child is. And if you want your child to have the best, healthiest, most productive life, they need you. They need you to support them. They need you to be there for them. I'm not saying you have to understand, but please be present.
Come on, Doctor.
And have conversations with your child, because the best relationships your child is going to have is going to be the fact that they have to get approval by their parent or that elder that they respect. They're not going to just date anybody. They're going to say, listen, you ain't met my mama yet. You ain't met my daddy yet. So your presence in their life is vital. It is crucial. So do your part to be the best role model that you can possibly be. Again, I'm not saying you got to understand it, because you probably won't. We don't understand it, and we get it.
Right. But we here.
But we're here. We're here. We're alive. We're thriving. We're not in survival mode, because I think we kind of figured it out at this point. But we're still learning, ever evolving, ever growing. So young person, if you're watching this, know that you have a team of elders that loves you.
Wait.
We are seasoned individuals. Seasoned individuals.
Team
of seasoned individuals who love you.
He's an elder.
Who will be there
Where's
for
my
you.
camera? He's an elder.
and we'll provide sage advice to navigate you through your life. So make sure to do your part to live your best life. Take these words of wisdom, not in judgments, but in encouragement.
It's all love.
It's all love. We love you and we love each other.
Yes.
We love each other. And this is how over 50 looks.
Yes.
All right. So thank you for watching. Take care and God bless.
Unlimited entertainment, one destination. Watchville. Experience seamless streaming with a monthly subscription for all devices. Elevate your entertainment journey. Stream online or download the WatchFilm app now.